and welcome to Michigan. My name is Jessie Beal. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the director for Spectrum Center. You are at Queer and Trans Life at the University of Michigan with the Spectrum Center. A question we get all the time from new students is how queer or trans friendly is the University of Michigan Ann Arbor? And well, that's actually a really difficult question to answer because it just takes one very rude person to ruin your day. But in general, we're a relatively welcoming campus that I would consider to be pretty queer and trans friendly, but don't trust me, trust some numbers instead. We are 27% LGBTQIA2S+ within our student population. We have 5 out of 5 stars on the Campus Pride Index, the premier benchmarking tool to determine the LGBTQIA2S+ friendliness of a college or university. We're named one of the 40 best of the best by Campus Pride Index, and we were named #1 LGBTQIA2S+ friendly college or university in the state of Michigan and #5 in the nation in 2022. So what is the Spectrum Center anyway? The Spectrum Center is a campus resource center dedicated to serving and supporting members of the University of Michigan LGBTQIA2S+ communities. Through education, advocacy, and community building, the center works to enhance campus climate, increase students' sense of belonging, and help students to thrive. We were co-founded in 1971 by Jim Toy and Cynthia Gare. We are the first gender and sexuality center in an institution of higher learning in the United States. And the Spectrum Center was named one of the best gender and sexuality centers in the country in 2023. Here's an amazing slide of our fabulous staff team, 2 of whom are with me today. So folks, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hey y'all, my name is Angie Freeman. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm the program manager for events and partnerships.
And hello, folks. My name is Spencer Hall, pronouns he, him, and I am the program specialist for support services and wellness.
Thank you, folks. I'm so glad you're here with me today. We, in addition to these incredible folks that I have on the call with me, we also have Eli Gonzalez, Uriel Light, Tristan Morton, and Nick Fost. These are all professional staff members who are here to help you navigate your University of Michigan experience, to plan events with you, to help you find resources, and, you know, to get a coffee or a boba tea when you're going through something, right?
And then we also have a physical space, which is what this is a photo of. But we are located in the Michigan Union on the 3rd floor. Just go to the 3rd floor in the Michigan Union and look for the rainbow. You'll find us. We are open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Some of the cool things that you can do in our space, you can just hang out, you can take a nap, you can do some homework, you can just vibe with us, you can talk to our staff. We also have board games. We have some fidget toys folks can play with. And then we also have safer sex items. So we always have condoms, dental dams, and lube out in the open in our office. And you can also get tested in our center because we do weekly testing, HIV and STI testing. We also have emergency food in our office, and also essential needs, which includes hygiene products and also gender-affirming makeup care products. And then on top of that, we also have some student orgs and some groups who utilize our space for meetings. And then Angie and I also do tons of events and programs in our center as well. But to talk a little bit more specifically about what we do a wide variety of things. Some of that is programming or events and programs that really center community building and support. Plus we have, you know, huge university events that we put on, such as Pride Outside, which Angie's going to talk about a little bit more later. But we also have some education and training. We have an education and training team, and a part of that includes web-based courses and some workshops. And then we also do advocacy and consultation things as well. And now I'm gonna go ahead and let Angie talk about how folks can engage with us.
Yeah, thanks, Spencer. So there's a lot of ways that you can engage with us, and I'll share some of those on the next slide. One of the ways is through our events and programs. So every year we celebrate and we observe LGBT History Month. We also we commemorate these 3-month-long programs: LGBT History Month, Trans Awareness Month, and Pride Month. And if you come to our events, you can definitely get swag like these shirts right here, if you can see them. We bring in keynote speakers and we just have a good time, and we use that time to celebrate each other. So here are a few examples of our events. Pride Prom, which is coordinated by our student programming board, which I'll go into a little bit more depth, but Pride Prom is an opportunity for queer and trans students to get a redo of their high school prom, right? So this is a fun time. You come and dance. We have a live DJ, photo booth, food. This year we had tarot card reading because our theme was astrology, written in the stars. The students loved it. So if this sounds like something that you want to be involved in or help plan, our student programming board is something to get involved in, and you can have a say in that. You can put your stank on it, put anything, all your ideas, and help us plan the next one and select whatever the theme is going to be for next year. And then I'll let Spencer talk more about the other two programs.
Yeah, so we have a name change clinic in which we partner with our law school, which is actually catty corner from our office, where we invite those folks in and they kind of talk through the process of how to legally change your name in the state of Michigan. So not only do you get to hear from lawyers, but then you also have access to those lawyers in which they can answer some of your more specific questions and or general questions as well. And another really cool program that we do alongside the name change clinic is called our Passport Clinic, in which folks can come, in which we support folks in changing their legal documentation, such as their names, their gender markers on their passports. Some other really cool programming that we do is we have safe binding that we do, in which Angie and I co-facilitated last fall, but in which we support people in learning how to safely bind their chest, either with trans tape and or with binder. They also do a program called Safe Talking. Same thing, we invite folks in to kind of learn the process of how to talk safely. And we also give away talking underwear in our office as well. Some other really cool programming that I just want to name really quickly that we do. We have an entire first year program, which also is called Fresh Perspectives, in which centers community building. So please come join me. And I look forward to seeing your faces. But I'm going to go ahead and let Angie talk about Pride Outside.
So if you've ever been to a local city's Pride festival like Ann Arbor Pride, Ypsi Pride, Motor City Pride, we host our own Pride right here at UM, and it's a ton of fun. You do not want to miss this. In partnership with OSTEM, CSG, College of Engineering, Pride Outside is our biggest welcome back event to the fall semester, kicking it off with a drag show, student performances, a live DJ, shaved ice, student organization fair, all the things. It's so much fun. And the best part and the most exciting part are the t-shirts. And it's not just an ordinary t-shirt. It's a Michigan Pride shirt that you are not going to want to miss. Look, students stand in line early for these shirts.
Mhm.
So my colleagues here can attest that too. So it's a great time, y'all. It's a great time. And we want to see you there. So while Pride Outside and Pride Prom are like these high energy, full out social events, we do like to, tone it down just a notch with some chill events too, more laid back. So one of the ones that we have is called our QT BIPOC Kickback. And just as it sounds, you come in the center, you kick up your feet, not literally, because Jesse will have a fit. I already know. I can see it in Jesse's eyes right now. But anyway, when you do come in and you relax, just in a more smaller, intimate setting, and just connect with other queer and trans students of color over a meal, and have a good time with that. Another event that we had during LGBT History Month, one of our keynote speakers that we brought in, which I mentioned earlier, Dr. D.L. Stewart, who dropped some great gems on us about desire in higher education. So it's a great time. We do a lot, y'all. And now I'm going to turn it over to Jesse to tell us about our educational programs.
Thanks so much, Angie. I might have a fit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. I guess it depends on how dirty someone's shoes are, honestly. Last area of our programming is educational programs, and I want to spotlight just a few of our offerings. First, we have our Introduction to LGBTQIA2S+ Communities and Identities, and this is a workshop that is online. It's a web course. People can access it anytime they want, and it's available to anyone who's a member of the University of Michigan community, which is awesome. Core vocabulary, core concepts, foundational work, good for people who are just learning, but also good for everybody, because we designed this course so even queer and trans people would get something out of their experience. Another opportunity is the Towards Solidarity, Allyship, and Action day-long workshop, which is fantastic and is new as of last year. And then our most popular workshop is actually called Pronouns 101. I wonder why, but we run this workshop probably about 2 times a week. Very popular, especially with faculty and staff.
And if you're thinking to yourself, well, like, where are all the student organizations and the queer clubs that I can get involved with? Well, they're here. They're here. Some of the ones that we have are listed on this page. We have some campus-wide organizations, and then also college-based or school-based ones here. But they do a lot, y'all, and I encourage you to get involved with them, contact them. They're always looking for new members to help them continue engaging our community together. So within the Spectrum Center, we also have student organizations. One is the Programming Board, which I mentioned earlier, who puts on Pride Prom and some other events. But this year, they actually came up with a new program, which was a Queer Art Showcase, the kickoff to our Pride Month this year, which was such a beautiful and just, it was just so beautiful seeing all these artists come together, showcasing their talents and what they do with the rest of the community. And then we have a couple other things that Spencer will also share.
Yeah, so I mentioned a little bit earlier, we do have a first-year program called Fresh Perspectives, which very intentionally centers community building for our first-year students. We are academics, and so we know that when folks feel connected to campus, they're more likely to thrive. So you can come be in community with your queer peers and just vibe with us, just hang out and build community. And also there's some skill building involved in that as well. And then we also have some affinity-based groups, which will be rolling back out in the fall. But that is spaces very intentionally for folks to be able to connect within the queer community. To give an example to some of those, a QT BIPOC affinity-based group, ACE and Arrow One, trans and non-binary, et cetera, recognizing those experiences are very different from one another. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Jesse so they can go ahead and finish this out.
Thank you, Spencer. And thank you, both of you, for being with me today to talk about what we do in queer and trans life at the University of Michigan. And I want to thank all of you for joining us today. We are so looking forward to welcoming you to our campus in fall. And we're here. We're here to celebrate your wins with you. We're here to kick it in the lounge space and just vibe together, as Spencer said. We're also here when things go wrong, right? And so if you need support, if you need a listening ear, if you need community, we're here to help you make those connections. And, I guess I'll end by saying go blue.